I think Lou Shapiro, a lawyer, is also with us right now. And Lou, if you are, again, like Avajoy said, this is going to the Supreme Court. Do we have any concept, because if this is the first time it's ever happened, do we have any concept of how they would even look at or feel about this?
No, see, the problem is this is basically unprecedented. In a situation where a president, a former president, I should say, is being precluded from being put on the ballot due to the idea that he was somehow an insurrectionist, that is a case of first impression. And the argument is going to come down to this. Is there a difference between overturning an election and being an insurrectionist, right? Insurrectionism meaning storming the Capitol, trying to take over by physical force and overthrow who's in there now, versus maybe appealing the election results or trying to find faults in them or any kind of fraud. And that, I think, is where Trump's camp is going to make the distinction that this doesn't even get to insurrectionism. He's not charged with being an insurrectionist. He's only being charged with merely trying to overturn the election results because he thought they were based on fraud at that time.
Yeah, and Lou, this is Andrew here in D.C. That is a huge, huge point. This could mean that the Supreme Court would have to rule whether or not Donald Trump participated in an insurrection, which up until now, a court has not had any finding on that, right?
Right, and he's not even charged with that. Remember, he is being charged, though, with interfering with the election results and trying to overturn it. But he's not being charged with insurrectionism. Other people that were there at the Capitol that day who stormed it are being charged with it. But the prosecution has not charged Trump with it, and that, I think, is going to be a powerful argument. In addition, we saw this play out in Michigan recently, where the judge said that I'm dismissing this suit. This has no place here. This isn't even something that should be decided by the courts. This should be decided by Congress. So because this is such an ambiguously done scenario, no one really knows quite how to handle it. And when that happens, when there's ambiguity in play, usually the victory would go to the person who it's against. In this case, that would be Donald Trump.
Okay, Lou Shapiro, some important points here, fueling an insurrection versus being an insurrectionist. Also, could it have an impact on his other criminal cases that he faces right now of great importance? Lou Shapiro, thank you. Avajoy Burnett's going to be with us throughout the